It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies, current releases, coming attractions, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hello, Jim.
Hey, hey.
And the captain to our collective Tennille, Murray. Hello, Murray.
Yo.
So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
I have the song Muskrat Love running through my head right now.
Nice.
And it doesn't go to
kind of my intention.
And it doesn't go to this beat, so which is kind of funny. So we're just going to talk quickly about our agenda we're doing this week. So we're going to talk about movies coming out last week that we had saw. We're going to talk about movies that are coming up. We're going to do streaming. We got the Murman Minute. We got Jim and Bryce's Rage. We got new submissions to the Undoubted and Mesmerized list.
That's exciting.
Did Sammy get to stay or go? Stay tuned and find out. We're going to do RMM, and we're going to be introducing a new segment that's coming up fairly surprisingly in the middle of this, which has been suggested by a few of our avid listeners. So stay tuned for that too.
Cool.
Let's do this. We saw Birds of Prey.
Yes, we did.
And as much as I thought I was going to really, you know what? I didn't think I was going to really hate this.
I thought I was going to really hate this.
I thought you were going to, I thought you thought
I
that we were
expected
gonna
you to really hate this.
And, I didn't.
Yeah. And I think two reasons. Number one, and I've said this before, if you compare Marvel to our friends at DC, DC's just nice and dark. It's just got this sense of dread that carries through. It's got some super cool death scenes, face peeling.
Yep.
Like it's got
just some cool stuff in it.
Yeah,
There's
like
no
it's
question.
just I want to see more face peeling. Like there's just not enough face peeling going on in movies these days.
And all the humor in the DC stuff is just a little darker.
It is. It's
just
like
a little more appealing to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, which is kind of funny. Here's the difference. I just plucking this out of my ass, but okay. So you got the scene in Marvel's Avengers where the Hulk grabs Loki and then just smashes him back and forth.
Yeah,
which is
funny.
Which was funny. Now, if that was Marvel, you'd see the top of Loki's head exploding,
exactly.
and there would be no more Loki.
Exactly.
Let's face it.
And it still would be funny.
And it would be super funny to see his head explode. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
And so first it covered again. Started in 11 for me.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, the ladies kicking ass.
The ladies kicking ass for revenge, and there was lots of sweet revenge that was happening in this movie.
And but the ladies were kicking ass. But how good was Ewan McGregor in this?
I loved him in this. Like originally, at first I was kind of listening, and I think Murr saw this too. But he's the biggest Ewan McGregor fan. We talked about this.
That is true.
It's his second favorite man crush.
That is.
And
true.
I got to say, I've got a man crush on the UU too. So
there you go.
And at first I was kind of like, are you trying hard to be too weird? But then his weirdness just got more, and it was just like, you're delivering it on a whole another level.
Yeah.
So, I have to say I'm battling with this rating because there was a couple things to me that were missing in it.
Yep.
What was it for you? What was missing for you?
There was just it was a little herky-jerky for me, to be honest.
Herky-jerky.
Yeah, it didn't flow that well.
Yeah. It was like they're trying to put too much in it.
They were trying to cram a lot in there, and that's what happens when you've got 6 or 7 main characters.
Yeah.
It's hard, and they did pretty good with what they had, but that's just a hard thing to do. Would have been nice if they maybe this could have started with a few core characters and not exploded on the screen with everybody. Yeah. Exactly. Because it's obvious they want to, create a little bit of a franchise with this. I would imagine we're not done with Harley Quinn movies.
No, I don't think so. Which I'm super happy about.
So why did we pack so much into the first one? We could have taken a step back.
But now the next one's not going to be that, right?
Exactly. So whatever.
I mean,
it's a minor thing. I did like it. But
there was a lot of laughter in that movie.
Yeah, there was some yucks. There's no question.
One of the things I liked about it too is that all the time you're thinking, what's with this? Like Harley Quinn just got all wimpy on us. Like she's all like, I'm a good girl now, and then all of a sudden at the end when she fucks over everybody, that was like that was just the best. Like, hey, you guys, double turkey, like woo.
It was a little strange.
So obviously we don't want to spoil the ending on you.
Yes.
If you're looking for a happy kind of, slow moving Marvel movie, this is not what you're gonna find.
No, it's not.
You're gonna see there is a not. I think it, for me, was missing more actual kick-ass scenes.
Yes, you do like the ladies kicking ass.
I do like to see high kicks, and I wasn't seeing a lot of high kicks.
There wasn't a ton. No,
there was a lot of violence though.
There was. There wasn't
a lot of violence.
Well, not as much as we were hoping for. I'd say.
See, the John Wick 3 was a lot of violence.
Okay, well,
pretty much all the way through it.
That's all that was.
Yeah.
Or the raid. The raid was a lot of violence.
Okay, you can't compare Harley Quinn to the raid.
Well, I know, but I mean, that's what I was expecting. You're
expecting just nonstop ass kickery.
Yeah, that's what I was.
In the end, it's still a comic book movie, so
yeah.
Okay.
You have to appeal to some.
So,
kids.
would you give it?
It's a meh.
Merman?
Yeah, same.
I'm going to go with meh as well. I'm looking forward to the next one where there's a lot more high kicks and punchy facey.
And maybe a little more focus when it comes to the storytelling too.
Yeah, or a lot more faces removed. I didn't see enough.
Yeah, the faces, that was good.
This gets what is it? 7 faces out of 7 faces removed out of 10.
There you go.
All right, so what else did we see last week? We saw VHYes.
No, we didn't. We saw VHYes.
Yes.
There's no such word as VS.
In Russia, there might be.
No, there isn't.
Maybe there is, actually.
No, there isn't.
No, I challenge you to look it up later.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to take that challenge because it's dumb. Anyways, we saw VHYes. And that was a trip.
It was something.
My opinion, it was like I hadn't been to the gym where I've done any core work for I want to say probably about a good 2 months.
I guarantee your abs were screaming after this.
Yeah, like I felt like I'd done 1,000 sit-ups there.
Oh my goodness. I was literally laughing so hard that it hurt.
I didn't know you had that much laughter in you, actually. I
was crazy. It was just coming out of me like you wouldn't believe. And I needed a break.
Yeah.
I needed to stop.
I thought
I thought that something was gonna rupture. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, that you might break a rib or when you have those coughing fits.
I was in physical pain because I was laughing so hard.
The coughing fits. When you feel like, and I just actually bust a rib.
Yeah.
So
it was a laughing fit.
What was it? Art with Kathy? Was that
Joan? Oh, Joan. Art with Joan. Oh my God, painting with Joan. It was. That's what started it. I mean, we were laughing pretty hard going into that little segment.
Yeah, before it got there.
Then painting with Joan happened, and then I almost died when we panned over to the flying saucers. It was so good. Anybody that sees it, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna laugh.
It's basically for those who are listening. This is basically like a severe tongue-in-cheek comedy parodying a lot of the things from the 80s that was happening with VHS,
and it's rapid fire.
VHS compilation reel, pretty much.
Yeah, but all with stuff that isn't real, like the Antiques Roadshow.
Oh my goodness!
Antiques Roadshow, Paint with Joan. Right, like if.
And it also had the softcore porn movies without.
I forgot about that. That was so awesome.
With no nude scenes, just the talking.
Yeah, they just cut away.
They're like, what was the one he was delivering? I was expecting. I mean, obviously they always deliver a pizza with extra sausage, but there was another scene that he was delivering something else. Oh, wood.
Delivering wood, with no shirt on.
I'm like, first off, I'm like, how do I get to order wood straight to my door? But I guess if you're making your own softcore porn,
oh man,
voila. And yet, all we got to see was the actual wood.
Yeah.
So
so good.
Mur, what'd you think?
It was okay. It had a lot of moments where I just thought it dragged, but I mean, some of the clips. And my favorite part, of course, is
it had
one of my top 5 favorite actors in it.
Oh,
playing a different character. as Mr. Tim Robbins.
Oh, yeah, yes, Tim Robbins.
What was his name? Tom or
Yeah, something? He played a few. He played
no, he was just the one guy in it.
No, he was two.
Was he?
Some crazy scientist dude. He was like...
Oh, yeah, he was in there twice.
He was like Doc Brown, but it was like on Fast Forward. It was,
yes.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, Tim Robbins was glorious in this.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't seen him in a lot of stuff lately.
Not recently, no.
Nah, he's been doing some HBO series. I think he did... What was it called? The it eludes me.
Yeah.
It was good though. I remember it being good. What the heck was that thing called?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyway.
So what'd you give it, Mur?
I gave it a meh.
Give it a meh? You gave it a
Mondo.
Super Mondo.
If something makes me laugh so hard that I think I might die, I think it's a Mondo.
As I was watching you, I'm not sure if anybody listening or anybody in this room remembers the Oopie dolls. Do you remember the Oopie dolls?
I don't remember the Oopie dolls.
Well, go look it up online, and it's basically this thing that you squeeze, and his eyes pop out, and his
I know. I've seen those.
Yeah, but it's not, and then you unsqueeze it. That's literally what you looked like as I was watching the movie.
Yes.
Which actually made me laugh more because I've never seen you laugh that hard. So yeah, it was a Mondo for me.
I don't know that I have ever laughed that hard.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Not in my witness anyway.
There you go.
Kudos to Cody and the Globe.
Yeah, way to go, Cody and the Globe.
Yes, thanks for bringing that to my attention.
Yeah, that was phantasmagorian.
Yes. Yeah.
So we got to we were lucky enough to get invited to a Calgary International Film Fest event called Global Perspectives.
Yes, Global Perspectives.
And we got to see Beanpole.
We did get to see Beanpole.
Yeah, and interesting. Because I wasn't really following, and I feel like slapping myself. I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about the Oscars in a bit. Murr's major fascination, and he's going to talk about his winning prize that he got as a superstar of the Oscars.
Spoiler alert!
Wow.
Yeah, spoiler alert. But this was obviously nominated from Russia as one of the best international
films.
Yeah, I almost said foreign films, but it was best international films.
That's a thing of the past. They're no longer foreign. They're international.
Yeah, because I guess people speak English sometimes in an international film. I don't know.
Occasionally.
But okay, so here's my take on it, because we did not release a lot of our emotions at this film.
No.
And had I seen this last year when it came out, this by far would have made my top 10.
Would have made my top 10 too.
It would. I don't know what it would have knocked out. I don't want to go back and look at that.
No.
But it was funny because we were talking about it. We did. The only thing that I said to you after seeing it was that this movie should have won the best international film. And then you looked at me and you said, yeah, but then that means Parasite wouldn't have won. Yes, but...
How can Parasite win Best Picture overall?
Yeah, but the Best Picture is...
overshadowed an international film by Beanpole.
That's right.
That makes no sense.
No, now Beanpole wasn't nominated for the best film. So... It could have won Best International Film, but Parasite obviously was also an American film.
But then Beanpole is the best film.
Okay, so you have to back it up, because the only things that get nominated historically is Best Picture, which to them is Best American Picture.
For the most part.
Wow.
And we're going to talk more about the Oscars later, but I think I actually like this one better than I liked Parasite.
Yeah, I'm having trouble. I can't say that I liked it better.
Yeah, but you're the one that makes a list, 1 to 10, and you guys would have had to put this in somewhere above or below Parasite. So what was it?
Talk for a second and just talk about something and let me think about it.
Okay, so I've never I was in awe this whole movie. Like I couldn't be more surprised. Every 5 minutes,
15 minutes in, you literally leaned over and said, "I did not see that happening."
Yeah, like I don't want to spoil it, but the twitching hand. That's all I want to say.
Oh my god,
the twitching hand, and it blew my freaking minds. I was like,
okay,
I cannot believe you just did that.
Where are we going from here?
And, okay, so interestingly enough, because I almost leaned over to you and I said, like, so she's got, it's not narcolepsy, but it's something probably like narcolepsy.
Yeah, she's got this weird
twitching thing that she kind of basically random moments she will kind of just pass out and start twitching, for lack of a better word. And when it happened, I'm like, oh, there's some foreshadowing for me. And I'm like, okay, that's going to come back in the movie. And did it come back in a big way, or did it come in a big way? Like it was like when it came the next time, It was like, oh my God, I can't believe you just did that. And then it was just like every character, like talk about, like I thought the Safdie brothers knew how to character develop. This director was beyond. So his name is Kantemir Balagov.
Yeah.
And she really was a beanpole. Like she's like probably 7 feet tall. Like there wasn't a man, woman, or child that was as tall as her. Yeah. Like I don't know if she's a model. I'm gonna do more research on her. But if you get a chance to see Beanpole, anybody, it's my Mondo pick of the week.
There you go.
There you go.
If that's a thing.
It was so good.
Is it better than would you put it above Parasite? Come on, get your balls on the table. Did you like it better than Parasite or not? I'm
gonna put it ahead of Parasite.
Of course you are.
Oh, yeah?
Because it was a better movie.
It was a better movie.
And even
for such different reasons, though.
Yeah,
it really is hard to
no,
compare
I know
them.
you
But
can't.
yes, but if I have to, if you're saying A or B, yes,
can you see better with A or can you see better with B?
It's A. Parasite's B.
Yeah. So you know what? The point I'm trying to make, and we'll talk more about it in the Oscars discussion later, but we got to get more of these films in mainstream theaters.
If they're gonna nominate, like, what is it, 8 or 9 stupid frickin' movies for Best Picture? Why isn't there 3 international films in that? Like, how can there not be 3 or 4?
And if they're gonna do that,
and if this is the Academy Awards and it's supposed to be a global thing, that's how they're kind of. Then why not?
Yeah. Well, and especially they
best film is best film.
For if they put Parasite in it, that means that it's not a boundary.
Exactly.
Which your mind has taken you there every year. So we could talk more about it
and I'm sure we
at
will.
Oscar time. Yeah, we're going to be talking about this for years to come, this movie.
Indeed.
I want to go back and see every movie this guy's made.
Yeah, I want to go back and actually watch this movie again. Not right now. But within the next year,
just for some of the awkward sex scenes in the movie.
Yes, those were awesome, weren't they?
Yeah,
I really enjoyed those.
A couple of them are like super creepy.
I can relate to awkward sex.
Yeah, yeah, but it's that uncomfortable awkward sex too.
Yeah,
so
I can relate to that too.
Am I going to enjoy watching this happen, or if the fact that she was crying through one of them was kind of like, ugh, it felt like rape, but the way the movie progresses, it obviously was, but it wasn't because she was an active participant. It's so much complexity to this film. Like you can't
layer on top of layer on top of layer.
And every single character.
Yeah.
Actually, I just gotta leave with one thing.
Go for it.
The very end scene when her friend, who is barren, goes to meet her new boyfriend's parents.
What a scene!
And she dropped where she came from, and she would just threw the honesty,
matter of fact,
threw the honesty out there, and you're like, wow,
yeah.
like that, like up until that point, I loved her character. She would be on my Mesmerized list.
Yeah, and the boyfriend's mother in that scene, them playing off each other was brilliant. Brilliant.
But that scene where she talked about where she came from, it was just like. Wow, I didn't, because obviously we don't understand Russian culture, so we don't know.
And we didn't really, and until that point, we kind of knew that she was with the army and everything, but we didn't realize exactly
what her job was.
Yes,
yeah, so
we'll leave it at that.
People see it and be blown, make your mind blown. And thanks again, CIFF, for letting us be there.
Thank you so much, CIFF.
We can't wait till the next Global Perspective.
Absolutely.
Because if this is just a taste, I don't think my brain can handle it.
Yep.
So what's coming out this week? What are we going to see this week?
Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island.
Yes. We
the
got
plane, boss. The plane.
I guess we call it a reboot. Is that what they call these things these days?
I don't know what they call it. Murray, what would you call it?
You don't know what I would call it.
But we do, Murray.
I guess the term is reboot because it's not at all like the original.
No, it's not. It's going to be so much better.
So much better.
Yeah, well, you youngins going to have your horror. I prefer the cheesy old version.
You do love your cheese.
Yes. I used to love cheese, but,
being a vegan.
Can't have it anymore.
That's your loss.
Yeah,
it totally is. Like, but if there's one thing I miss being a vegan, it's probably cheese.
It's probably cheese. Well, VS had a lot of cheese in it, so.
Yeah, there was. I did get my fill of cheese with You almost had me with VHYes.
Woo! Knock it down, baby. Knock it down.
Anyways, I am really looking forward to Fantasy Island.
This made your top 5 of what you wanted to see this year, right?
I don't think so.
I think it did.
Really?
Yeah. And it made Murray's
Bottom
made
five
Murray's bottom,
crap.
and it made your top.
Really?
So yeah.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if it did.
No, do you know enough about Jeff Well,
I know nothing.
Ladwell?
I saw the trailer and I'm like, cool.
but it has who's in it that Murray
Pena.
hates? Yeah.
Yes,
don't know how
Michael
that's
Pena, which is a reason to see it all
as
by
Mr.
itself.
Rourke,
I
trying
know.
to fill the shoes of Ricardo Montalban.
No, not
Yes.
trying. No,
Yes.
not trying to fill the shoes of. Nobody can. Murray, yes, no
Exactly.
one can fill the shoes of Ricardo Montalban. I
No
will
one.
give you that.
That is correct.
He's just putting his own spin on it. This
Yeah.
is totally different. He's not going out there doing an impression. He's just doing it. And
He's Pena style.
Exactly. And Pena's going to be awesome because Pena's always awesome.
He is always awesome. He delivers just like Sam delivers Alice the meat.
You know it.
That's my new favorite expression.
Sam delivers Alice the meat.
So yeah, I'm not saying we're gonna see this. Maybe I don't know.
What, Fantasy
But
Island?
I really no
You're
that.
going
Well,
to-
we're seeing Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
That's a given.
Okay.
But the next one, we're moving on. We're moving
Oh.
on to Sonic the Hedgehog,
Oh.
which is coming out. Everything about this movie makes me want to punch people in the face.
Horrible.
Like Jim Carrey not being original in his comedy. Who else? James Marsden. No, I don't know why I like James Marsden. I don't know why.
He's been in so much crap.
He's been in so many bad movies, but I just think he's adorable.
Did you see Straw Dogs?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was awful.
Every movie he's made has been terrible.
dogs.
It's because he's an X-Man.
Okay, yes, that's true.
why.
Now I'm gonna put this out here now.
He does seem like he does seem like he's got potential, but he just has a
He just keeps
poor
backing.
agent, I guess.
If only he could replace the potato in all those movies, it would have been way better movies.
Oh, stop
but
it.
I mean, he's adorable.
James
Just-
Marsden as the Hulk.
No.
Yeah, man,
That sounds
totally.
god awful.
Yeah, well,
There is only one Hulk, and his name is Mark
is
Ruffalo.
Lou Ferrigno.
And Edward Norton is looking for you now.
That's right.
Yeah, well, Edward Norton, he decided he didn't want to do it anymore.
No,
Screw you,
Edward-
Norton.
Edward Norton decided to be unworkable with in
Wow, that's
Hollywood.
what he does.
Like he always
Yeah.
is.
That's why he had to make his own movie last year.
Yeah, which was not good.
It was okay.
Meh. So
well, it was meh, but
we-
it wasn't not good. Anyway,
I
go
can't
ahead.
see us seeing this movie. So we're gonna talk about the photograph. Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, I've seen some previews. It's
And?
well, cast looks good, but I'm not super stoked to see it.
Yeah, it's not on my list of ones I want to see.
You never know. I might end up seeing it.
It's got a bit of a love
Oh
story.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
This is that Valentine's Day crap that's coming out.
Yeah.
I guess you could put it under that category. It's under the Valentine's Day crap that's coming out this
Well, they
weekend.
always release
You've
one
got-
during the Valentine's.
For those that
weekend.
don't want to go to Fantasy Island, that actually want a little romance, I guess they'll go to see, what's it called again?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
No!
Oh, sorry. the photograph.
That's weird, eh? Sonic the Hedgehog's coming out Valentine's Day weekend.
Well, kids love them.
Yeah, but
Well,
what?
only because it got postponed about
I
4
love
times.
you, Sonic.
I know. Yeah, because people couldn't.
It was supposed
People
to come out,
couldn't
like,
get
2
used
years
to his
ago or
eyes or
something.
something. Wasn't his
Yeah.
eyebrows?
They
or
redesigned his whole face.
It
or
was just
something. I don't
creepy,
know.
so they didn't want
It's
to.
still
release it.
creepy. I don't even see the big difference. Who cares?
live action animation mix.
It's just stupid. It
Only
shoulda-
one that's
shoulda-
ever done it right is Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, I was gonna say Roger Rabbit.
Only one.
They just
ever.
should have stopped. They got
Still
it right.
the standard.
Yep.
Now we have other ones coming out, and I don't know if we're gonna get them. They're kind of minor releases. Mafia Inc., Sufna, and The Advocate.
Haven't heard of any of them.
They might show up at some of the off Broadway.
Broadway.
Off Broadway in Calgary.
Whatever, the ones that
They
are
might
kind of like
pop
the
up
B,
somewhere.
B,
maybe.
C, D, E. Like we only have A and we have B's
Yes.
in Calgary, but
True.
in other cities they got A, B, C, D, E,
I
F.
wish we had like a Cineplex that just was like independent film.
I
That'd
don't
be so
want
cool.
you. I don't want you to talk about that name.
Yeah,
Cineplex.
I know. We're
It's a swear
we're
word
having a
to me.
problem with that one, but the one downtown does occasionally.
Yeah,
offer
that's true. Eau
independent
Claire
stuff.
does get some stuff that's good.
So you may want to check their listings. Maybe they might have 1 or 2 of them.
That's right. So let's talk streaming.
Oh, I said Cineplex. That's
You
said
what
the
did.
swear word.
Yeah, sorry about that.
bad
Now I
word.
said it again.
And then
Glad we don't have a swear jar.
yeah. Well, and you say you try not to swear, and then you've said Cineplex to me about 7 times this week. Exactly.
I can't believe you hissed at me.
Yeah. I can't believe you didn't hiss at him sooner.
That was because you mentioned Cineplex.
Too many times. Oh, now you said it. This is becoming.
Oh,
I even got myself.
It's like the C word.
I'm fair.
It's like in reference when you say, you can't say to a woman the C word. Well, you can't say the C word to me, and that's a different C word.
And that's the C word.
I don't know what the C word is.
That's a good thing.
I'll show you later.
You'll
show me later?
Your young
You've got pictures?
Your young ears couldn't take
The internet always has pictures.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, let's talk streaming.
The old interweb.
Hold on.
Hang on.
Oh, what? Oh. Nice. We're streaming.
We're streaming.
Streaming.
All right.
Motherfucking streaming.
Okay, I think you pretty much got to take it away here, Jim, because you.
Well, you said you
you're
told
the
me,
master of streaming.
You told me you saw it.
I've seen 2 of these, but I didn't watch them Oh, that's not true. One of them I watched like 2 days ago.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about one of them. Oh yeah, because we got. Oh my god, we still got so much to talk about.
Yeah,
we may be over again this week.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will.
We're gonna blast it. We're gonna blast.
Keep it rolling.
Wait.
Okay, Popi Chulo, go.
Sorry, I just got caught in the beat. Popi Chulo. I eventually gave it a meh, just because I kind of liked the dreadness that carries through this movie. It wasn't a great movie. I think if you're looking for a movie that's more in that, I'm in a bad state and hate myself, and it's got the LGBTQ feel to it. It's got a guy who's and I don't want to say too much about it because there's things that happen you don't know what's happened in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And then it takes you through this journey with him where he's basically he's paying this guy to come and paint his house, but then they never paint his house.
That sounds awesome.
He just
it's a movie about a guy that's coming to paint a house,
yeah,
but they never actually
paint a house. He says, okay, so today we're going to go on a swan ride, and he takes one. It's like, he's basically paying a gigolo to paint his house, which sounds like it's really good, but it moved a little too slow for me.
So it was a union job then.
A little bit of a union job, except for their Hispanic people that hang out in front of this grocery store that people drive by and say, I'll pay you X for doing
But they're
Y.
being paid not to work, so...
No, they're being paid like you drive by and say, "Hey, I've got money."
No, I mean these guys, they're not actually doing any work.
Well, apparently they're working. They're just not painting the house.
Yeah, well, and these 2 guys, no, they're not. But other people that you'll go and say, "Hey, I want you to," I don't know. We have those in Calgary too. Like it's I want you to do this chore, and it's going to take 8 hours to do. And how much are you going to charge me? And then you can banter with them. And so he was getting paid $20 an hour to be a gigolo, basically, without the sex side of it. So, and secretly the guy who's hiring him is attracted to older Hispanic people. So it kind of creeps in and out of the story. And it's worth it. It's worth checking out. It was new on Netflix. So it's worth a look, but don't expect anything too exciting.
I don't think I got time.
Yeah, you might not. Peanut Butter Falcon. You have seen this.
I have seen it. Yep.
And I want to say I'm not on the bandwagon of hating Shia LaBeouf like everybody else.
I like Shia LaBeouf.
I like Shia LaBeouf too.
I loved Honey Boy.
Yeah, but I didn't like American Honey. That was one of the worst movies ever made.
American Honey was excellent.
It was terrible. It's one of the only movies I walked out of. We talked about this.
You did walk out of it.
You can't talk.
I couldn't believe you walked out of it. I saw you walk out of it.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Where's Jim going?
I couldn't take it anymore because okay, one day we're going to list all my my hates and 11s, but one of my big hates is slacker movies. I think if there's no point to your movie, why did you make it? And it's not listing Americana for us to like. It's just not.
I like slacker movies.
So in contrast to this, Peanut Butter Falcon is a slacker movie.
It is.
But it's the characters drove this story. The development of the characters made this movie great.
It was a total character-driven story, and it was. You know what? I really liked it. Anytime I get to see Bruce Dern, I'm just a happy camper.
Yeah, me too.
And he was so good in it. He's so good in everything, but how good was Bruce Dern? I literally, when he's on the screen, I've just got a goofy grin on my face because he's so good.
Grin, that's what it is. But yeah, everybody that was cast in this, and the guy Zach,
the chick from 50 Shades or whatever. She was actually really good in this.
Yeah, she actually had acting chops as opposed to other kind of chops.
Yeah.
I give this a Mondo.
I am also giving it a Mondo.
And interesting, like there was a lot of buzz on this beforehand about getting Zach Gottesgan, the guy who has Down syndrome.
Oh yeah.
About potentially giving him a nomination for
Best
an Oscar
Supporting,
nod for Best Supporting. Well, actually, it was his movie.
It really was his movie, but it's one of. I think if they did nominate him, that's what they would have done.
Yeah, I don't know. He would have taken out.
It would have been
Brad Pitt, in my opinion.
Well, anybody in that category except for frickin' Pacino should have taken out Brad Pitt. That was garbage.
Agreed. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a Mondo for me. Actually, I didn't say Popi Chulo was just a meh for me.
No, you said it.
Yeah. Grandma's Wedding came out in October. I thought, I haven't seen. You know what spawned me to rent this one? Rent it. It's like I went on Blockbuster online. No, I went.
They still have that?
I wish.
Was our Spanish film from the week before? I was like, I'm in love with Spanish films now, so
why not?
I said, here's a Mexican one.
Let's do it.
And this one, it was also just a meh. But there's a thing about Mexican comedy dramas.
That's what I was gonna say. Was this a comedy?
It was a comedy drama. Yeah, there was comedy sprinkled into it. So it's got some of that reminiscent of the comedy drama soap opera. It's almost like its own genre in Mexico.
Yeah.
Where what's that one that was way back in the 80s? So it's beside me right now, but so it has that whole feel where there's so many people and there's so many zany things that are all kind of happening at once, and that all the characters are interacting with each other in sort of different ways, which I kind of like. There was a lot of things going on in it, but it was just kind of moving at a pace. It was kind of like, okay, like I was almost thinking, I've seen enough of these now that this was not the best of those.
Well, and I love Mexican movies, like adore them. I'm not a fan of Mexican comedies.
Yeah,
not.
But straight out comedies, yeah. But sometimes they're rom-coms, and it is kind of like a dramedy, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a rom-com. It's more of a dramedy.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, well.
So I mean, the concept is kind of funny to begin with. She must have been like 80 years old. Is marrying the gardener who's like 50.
Right.
And everybody's going like, what? So it goes there, and then antics ensue.
Yeah, sounds hilarious.
Hilarious, but it's not. It's just a meh. Dogs do not wear pants.
Dogs don't wear pants.
From our friends at Shudder. Now, did this, because I told you I was watching this.
You did.
And as soon as I said it's S&M done finished style.
That is not what made me finally buy Shudder, if that's what you're getting at.
What did make you buy Shudder?
That was just about time.
It was like $5.
Yeah, it's like, wow, it's not even $5. It's like $35 for the year, I think. It's crazy. You buy the whole year in advance, like $35. Like, it's like $3 a month.
What's wrong with all you people? Why aren't you streaming Shudder?
That is
Get Shudder. It is. It's totally insane. Yeah.
And well worth it.
$35. You pay $35. Boom, you got a year's.
Boom, baby.
But yeah, I'm actually curious because I know what you're gonna rate this.
Yeah, it's a hard Mondo. And literally hard. It's a hard Mondo.
Yeah, apparently, according to the notes that you gave me, it's a super sexy Mondo.
Super sexy Mondo.
Yeah, you know what? We actually got criticized by somebody saying, you know what? You guys need to... You obviously have different layers of Mondo. And saying, no. There's different types of Mondo.
There is.
There's now...
It's Mondo or it's not, but it can be sexy.
It's a super sexy Mondo.
It can be hilarious Mondo.
Yeah. It can be like, oh my God.
Exactly.
Mondo.
So actually, what I'm curious about, I'm going to guess that you didn't have to watch this entire movie to know that this was going to be Mondo. At what point...
It was an 11 before I started watching it.
Yes. At what point? Like 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, like the first time that she gets on top of him and puts the thing
and chokes him?
And chokes him out. What point did you no, this is going to be a Mondo. This movie can't possibly go wrong at this point.
Actually, it was before that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was before. It was when he died the first time.
Oh, really?
With his wife drowning. Yeah, that was the one. I was kind of like, I have no clue what's really happening. But the visuals of the underwater scenes in it just made me go, this Finnish director, who is J.P. Valipa. Anybody that's Finnish, maybe you can correct my pronunciation. Yes. But his vision just took me right from the beginning. Cool. So, and then when it went, because I kind of figured, because when you see the kind of the poster of this, when you go on Shudder, it's like, I'm already sexually attracted to this movie because she's freaking hot in her S&M gear. Mm-hmm. It's on it. So I'm kind of like, my interest is perked.
Yeah.
But then you don't get to meet her till a little bit later.
Yeah.
But then that was the solidifier, I guess, the nail in the Mondo.
Once you saw her and it's like, oh yeah.
Once I was kind of like, hey, what's going on? What's her? And then she's got like the thing on his neck. But then actually because up until that point there was a couple of bit of slowness to it. It was still staying above the 11, but it could have gone up to 15 when she killed him. So that was when she killed him. That was just like.
Oh man, yeah.
Talk about S&M to the fullest.
I wasn't sure if I was mondoing it the whole way through. I was really enjoying what I was watching.
Mm-hmm. So what was it for you? What put you? Or did did it make Mondo for you?
It did.
Okay.
It is.
And what was the nail in the Mondo for you?
And it did. It was just a whole movie. Once it was over, it was like, wow, that was an experience. It
almost became a rage at the end because I can enjoy a whole movie, but if the last 2 seconds doesn't make me happy, then I get.
Funny you should say that.
You and Murray at the same time had that issue.
So at the end of the movie,
I don't like this now. This happened.
At the end of the movie, where he's in the club, and he's just he starts dancing a little bit. And then he kind of looks up and he sees her and then he gets a bit of a goofy grin on his face. At that point, I'm like, this is stupid. But then they stuck with that. It seems like that scene went on for quite a while. And he just kept on getting happier and happier. Yeah. And all of a sudden, I found myself getting a little happy. And then when she finally cracks a smile and then it's like, oh my goodness, that was... so well executed at the end. Yeah. It went from me going, this is so dumb, to me going, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
The ending put the cheese whiz on the cake.
It really did. So Mondo.
Yeah, definitely. This is a reason.
So yes, dogs don't wear pants. Worth seeing.
It's worth renting Shudder for.
It's worth the $35 for the whole
year. For admission.
And you might even get, watch it a few more times throughout the year.
This may become my go-to soft porn when I'm, not. Yeah, when you're wanting some S&M, but you don't want to go for the full site to maybe wreck your cookies.
All right then.
Okay, so was there anything else you streamed?
No.
Perfect. All right. Well, we're gonna have one more thing here. We got a new segment we're gonna introduce here, and it's a bit of a surprise, and it's been kind of like by popular demand. We've got. Rage or Dare.
Rage or Dare?
Rage or Dare. What's so, basically, we've been challenged a couple of times with people. It's like, you guys need to start seeing more stuff that you hate because, we do like to rage.
Yes. We're more entertaining when we're pissed off.
Well, actually, I much prefer to be angry about stuff most times. So.
Yeah, well, you usually are, so.
Yeah, exactly. So, we've got this new segment that basically every week we're going to challenge one of the other Film Age crew, being Bryce and I, to see a movie that we think is going to make them rage. So the rage part of it is we get to choose through a dare capacity, or they can choose rage. So on the dare side of it, we actually will say, you need to see this movie. So Murray and I will dare Bryce or Bryce and Murray.
So I pick Rage or Dare. Yep. And if I pick Dare, you get to choose the movie that I have to see.
Correct.
Okay.
And then if you pick Rage, we're going to have some preset movies that we've all thrown in.
Oh, we talked about this, right? Yep. We're going to just throw a whole schwack of crap movies
into a pile, and then so you can take your chances there or take your chances on the Dare.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So, but this week we're going to leave it up to Mur because we didn't plan enough ahead to plan this. So we're going to get Mur to pull out of his ass what he's going to dare both of us this week. So traditionally, we're going to take turns. We're going to have Bryce dared, me dare, and then Murray's going to dare us both. So or rage us or give us a choice.
Going to double dare.
So
us?
we're going This week we're just gonna triple dog dare. We're gonna get Mur to dare us this week. So Mur, what do you want us to see this week, buddy?
Well, based on listening to you guys for the last 39 minutes,
has it been that long?
It has. I think
we better hurry up.
I think you guys would really enjoy seeing Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's just wrong.
Well, wrong.
It's very wrong, and I'm curious to see how you would like it.
I think I threw up in my mouth a bit.
Unfortunately, we don't have a bag to choose from, so there's no.
Not yet.
There's no.
Next week there may be some differences. Okay, well, the gauntlet is thrown down.
Okay.
We're gonna have to see that crap. Now, I'm not gonna say craptastic because craptastic indicates
that's
we're gonna
an
see that.
You may end up loving it.
Yes.
And we may hate Murray's guts by the time we see this next week.
Well.
All right. That's our new challenge, and then we've got the ever expected Murman Minute.
Nice.
That is right. Well, I know it's the segment they're looking forward to. It is my Oscar wrap, which it's the last awards of the season, which I know my fellow Ragers are excited about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm going to start, though, with the Spirit Awards, which was the 2 days before that, which actually had some stuff that I think the guys liked in it. Best feature, actually, was The Farewell, which I haven't seen.
It's excellent.
Best first feature was Booksmart, which I wanted to see.
It's not excellent.
It's not excellent.
Female lead, no surprise, Renee Zellweger. But male lead
also not excellent.
Male lead was Adam Sandler, who wasn't even nominated for the Oscars, but he won the Spirit Award.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yep. And the best directors were the Safdie brothers.
Safdies! Which, by the way, if anybody gets a chance, you have to watch their acceptance speech. It is the funniest thing you'll ever see. Well, maybe not ever, but it's very, very funny.
There you go.
Cool.
Supporting male was Willem Dafoe. Supporting female was Zhao Shuzhen from The Farewell.
Cool.
Screenplay, Marriage Story, editing, Uncut Gems.
Cool.
Sorry, where do these come from, Mur?
Spirit Awards.
The Spirit Awards is
Spirit Awards are cool, man.
Yeah, it's the independent
It's kind of
awards
independent stuff.
before the Oscars, basically.
Oh, okay.
The stuff that actually should win.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. But it can't be nominated because it's low budget.
Oh.
Anyway, so there you go. So Adam Sandler did get some recognition at that night anyway. So yeah, of course, the Oscars, the big winner was Parasite, won 4 awards.
Won everything.
Best international film, and it upset 1917 for Best Picture.
Boo.
First foreign film ever to win.
Yay for that, too.
Bong Joon-ho also won Best Director, and he won Best Original Screenplay.
Yes, he
1917 only won the Tech Awards, and won for cinematographer Roger Deakins. Well-deserved.
Which
well deserved.
Yep.
Acting awards, no big surprise. Same people that have been winning all season. Joaquin Phoenix, Zellweger, Laura Dern, and Brad Pitt.
Boo.
Boo.
Okay, then is my top 5 Oscar moments.
Top 5 Oscar moments?
What?
I do have them.
All right. I want to
Is there a top 5?
There is a top 5 for
All right,
me.
go for it.
First one is Taika Waititi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Best adapted screenplay. He should
Yes,
have won more
yes.
than just the one.
Yep.
He also made the announcement about the indigenous people, how it was their land first, like we do up here in Canada.
No, that was cool.
Yep.
And he also thanked them in his speech. He also stashed his Oscar under the seat in front of him. He took it back to his seat with him and stashed it in front of him like you would at an airplane. And Brie Larson actually got it on film. So he's just awesome.
He is.
And
he's also Aboriginal, right?
That is true. He is a brown. He is also a brown man, as he says.
I mean, he talked about the fact that he said now Aboriginal people everywhere have something to know that they can strive for.
Exactly.
Right?
And my number 2, Brad Pitt. Yes, I said it. Well, damn time he won an acting Oscar.
Oh, for crying out. Not for this, though, and not this year.
Is this not the Murman Minute?
Yeah, sorry.
You can rage later.
And I will.
You can rage later. Number 3 might surprise you. James Corden, Rebel Wilson, who I don't even like. But they came out dressed as the Cats characters, and they made fun of their own movie. Yeah. And they start playing with the mic stand. That was priceless.
Meow.
Even though it was a cheesy bit, I liked it.
Meow.
And of course, number 4, Parasite winning multiple awards.
Cool.
Even though it almost cost me the Oscar pool because I didn't pick him for most of them.
Whoa. Who did?
It was good to see. Oscar's not so white after all.
Wow.
They're still white,
I
buddy.
said not
Yeah.
so
Still
white.
super
Not
white.
so white. Well, because a black person didn't win.
No,
There's more than
no.
one race out there.
No.
Although
no.
they're afraid of saying so.
This was a statement by them saying, "Look at us, we're not."
Wait, we can
so
talk about that in our
There you
rage.
go.
Let Murray do his.
Okay.
Let Murray have his
And
thing.
my last one is Eminem doing 8 Mile, which I didn't even used to like him that much.
That was
But
actually pretty cool.
Just to break up the monotony of the awards.
cool.
And look on everyone's faces when he starts rapping. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, they're getting into it.
and then Martin Scorsese,
Yeah, that was the
asleep in his
best scene.
chair
That was the
freaking
best.
awesome.
That was the best scene of
The whole
night.
bar just started laughing out loud.
yeah.
And then, of course, I have my worst Oscar moments, which
Let's have it.
you will
What?
also disagree with. Joaquin Phoenix. I
Okay.
know him winning was a foregone conclusion. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Yeah.
He
wasn't my
he
choice.
definitely wasn't the best actor of last year. That's for damn sure.
It was
He wasn't even the best
hard
Joker.
category this year.
Keep going, Murray. You're getting this
yeah,
into a
there you
rage,
go.
buddy.
Yeah.
I love it.
And only part of his speech I didn't mind was when he mentioned his dead brother River, who was the more talented one of the two of them.
Snap.
The rest of it was all talking about how cows should be saved, blah, blah, blah.
I agree.
And number 2, Elton John. All over the place.
Oh yeah.
First, having to listen to him perform his song,
I'm with you here, buddy.
and then watching him win.
Ugh.
So after hearing Cynthia Erivo sing Stand Up from Harriet, which, you know, is basically an anthem for all African American people, how could they give it to his crappy song? That's what I want to know.
I'll concur.
Okay, there you go. You agree on something anyway.
It happens.
And then number 3, steady stream of SNL cast members. It's funny how they pick all these TV show actors
That's kinda
to
weird.
introduce film categories when there's a whole auditorium full of movie actors.
It's strange, isn't it?
And I could have done without seeing Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Will Ferrell, Maya Rudolph, or Kristen Wiig. Even that Billy Elliot with the green hair thought their fashion bit was stupid. But mind you, she was actually wearing
Love it.
PJs and had green hair. So I don't know if she's actually the best judge. But number 4, no host again.
Yeah.
Like
That's like a death trap for a host.
pretty
No
much. Like,
one
well,
wants to do
Steve
it.
Martin and Chris Rock proved you need somebody, anybody, to do a monologue, to keep the show moving, introduce stuff, because it was all over the place. Too many awkward moments. And my last one, which will raise some flack, Billy Porter. I don't know who he is, don't care. He was on the red carpet, the whole red carpet show, and the music numbers, he was on that. Yeah, again, I might get flack for this, but a tall black guy with a thick mustache wearing a dress on the red carpet, not really what I'm tuning in to see.
I
but
loved it.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
I'm indifferent.
I'm not one of them. And he also sang, which, you know what? He can't sing. He thinks he can, but he can't.
Okay, well, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's
that was
true.
my worst 5. And just one final moment. Jim and I watched the Oscars at a local pub and entered the
Puffing
Oscar-
up his chest.
and the local Oscar pool, which I won. I actually tied with somebody else, but because I got the length of the Oscars down to
Within a minute.
Within a minute,
Nice.
that was a tiebreaker. And I missed all the major categories, which was weird. But
Mary, where's your button for your claps?
So what'd you win?
I have a clap. I
Oh.
won. I actually won a $100 gift card for Cineplex,
Right on.
which will help with the movies.
To help his funding.
We have
to
we
see
have
more
to go
movies.
see.
Absolutely.
And Jim and I enjoyed quite a few beverages. I had more than a couple Adam Drivers,
Yeah.
and he had
I
some lime,
cannot put enough Adam Driver in my mouth.
and he
I
had
have
some
no
lime
idea what you're
margaritas.
talking about. What's an Adam Driver?
Adam Driver.
It's basically a screwdriver,
Yes.
but they were
but
Oscar
it's Adam
style.
Drivered. Anyway.
That's clever.
So yeah. Anyway, so that's our final awards wrap. I'm sure they're happy about, and that's all I got.
Right on.
That's
right
the
on,
Murman Minute. Well, that just leads in so nicely into my rage because
on,
I
get ready here.
love Murr's progression of rage in that, bringing him to almost I want to say
Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
Yes.
yeah, Murr, you actually inspired me. I've never seen
know I did.
I've never seen the fire in your eyes like I just saw there.
Inspiration.
And,
Well,
and-
somebody has to defend the Oscars.
Yeah, well, and so actually interesting because
Does
as much
someone
as-
have to defend the Oscars?
Yes, I believe someone does.
All right.
I don't think there's a point for the Oscars. And actually, because Bryce and I are, I think, both of the same mentality on this.
I
think we're going to share this rage today.
We're just going to share this rage.
This week's rage is the Oscars. So, Mur's comment about it not being white it's still freaking white.
Yeah.
It's as white can be. There's a reason why it becomes political. And I guess the thing I have a problem with, specifically about the political side of it, is I understand, number one, there's not enough female directors. It's a given.
A fact.
And there's not enough females in the Academy. So
that's also a fact.
That's also angers me. There's also not enough color in that as well. But to me, without sounding racist in any way, shape, or form, the biggest problem that I have in general, and they've already proven this over and over again, is with Black Panther. It made almost $2 billion. Mm-hmm. So if you put some black characters leading the charge, they're going to sell movies. If it's a good movie, people will go to it.
A good movie is a good movie.
A good movie is a good movie. It doesn't matter what color, which race, which language it's spoken into. But the white aristocracy of the Academy has been protecting its whiteness for far too long.
Yep.
And to our maybe earlier point, I think that Parasite was just their way, because obviously they didn't. Whoever in the Academy, whoever makes the decision as to what films get into the nominations, is like they apparently don't look around the world and say, hey, there's a bunch of good movies, let's vote on those. No, they're so narrowly focused on North America and where it comes from. It is, granted, it's the Oscars, which is an American company, and it's not the BAFTA, which is the British version of the Oscars, right? So I mean, they have the right to do whatever they want.
Absolutely.
But there is a multicultural center of people in the U.S. I don't know what the percentages are. I remember looking one time. I still think it's predominantly white. America's probably, I want to say, 45 to 50% white.
Yeah.
But the future of the Oscars should look about the same for films in general. So when you get high budgeted production houses making films, it should be It should paint that brush.
45, 50% white, and then 50%,
10%,
all sorts of other, 10% Asian, 20% black.
And that's just from the color aspect of it. 10% of our population fit into the LGBTQ population, so we need more of that in there. And I think what Parasite was, and I'm surely hoping this is what's happening, is that Parasite has opened the door, and that we're not going to see some of these crappy movies be over and above some of the other films that should have been.
And I have my reservations. I'm hoping that Parasite kicked down the door.
Yeah.
But at the same time, part of me thinks maybe Parasite just got it this year so they could say, look, we're not white.
Racist.
Yeah, exactly.
So we gave it to an Asian community and
I hope I'm wrong. I really do.
I think maybe the Oscars has run its course. I think they need, especially because so I don't know these exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure Bollywood puts out just as much, if not more now, than what Hollywood does. So I mean, we never really hear much about what's happening in Bollywood. I wish they made an international award. If I would watch the international awards and every country put forward their best 5 movies, and then the joint academy
of all the nations.
Yeah, and so I mean, I went to this because Mur's a big fan of the Oscars, and I wanted to be there as Film Rage.
Yes, represent.
But it's I never want to watch the Oscars ever again.
Yeah,
I want to see what I want to see, which would be an actual international awards.
Yeah, well, and I wish the Oscars were more like that, but. Just because Parasite won all those awards this year, I'm hoping that's turning the page. I'm hoping that's gonna, open the door for more foreign films, or international films. But I have my reservations.
Yeah, for me, number one, Brad Pitt should not have won an Oscar.
And there's the other thing. Of all the years for Brad Pitt to be nominated and win an Oscar, this was not the year.
That award was Pesci's, and It was basically ripped from his dead hand.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I mean, Pesci didn't even show up because he knew he wasn't winning.
Exactly. I mean, he just they threw him a bone. They said, "Oh wait, this is the best acting that anyone's ever done in a movie ever," And then, we're just going to give it to Brad Pitt.
Give it to Brad Pitt.
Which basically, there was no stretch to his acting in that movie. And you know my thoughts about that movie anyway.
And Brad Pitt, I might put him ahead of Pacino in those.
Oh, he was better than Pacino. He was better than Pacino.
But that's it. The other three were all better.
Anthony Hopkins should have taken him out.
Absolutely. But I can't believe that Pesci didn't. As you know, I mean, I was a Pesci from the first time I saw the Irishman. I was like, this is it. Pesci wins Best Supporting Actor this year. There's no question. It's not even a competition. And then Brad Pitt won.
And we're not meaning this that Brad Pitt's not a good actor.
And that's the whole thing, Murr. Brad Pitt's an excellent actor. He just shouldn't have won this award in this
Leo
situation.
deserved to win his Oscar for that piece of crap he was in?
Which one?
What?
The Revenant.
Revenant? Yeah,
he
won for
absolutely
that.
he did.
Hey, I'm not saying
he should have won 5 years earlier.
He also shouldn't have got it for that either. There were so many other great.
That's what I mean. He should have won it 3 times over. But
I hated him in that movie.
Liked him in that movie.
No, not at all.
There you go.
So there was another rage I had specifically about the Oscars, about someone. Oh yeah, I was on board with you on the Elton John too, buddy. Like that. There was Lemon Face. I saw Judy, and we can talk about that. There's no way she deserved that Oscar.
Okay,
freaking way.
Okay, here's the problem this year, though. Who did? That was
Harriet deserved it.
Okay.
She nailed that role, and I mean, when you're coming from a role of passion, where everybody loves Judy, but I couldn't. I know I asked you this pointedly. I said, did her pursed lips get in the way of you seeing the true Judy?
I thought it didn't.
It did. I could not look at her without going, please stop kissing the screen. Just fucking do anything but look there with that lemon squeezed face.
Harriet probably deserved it.
Harriet deserved it.
It wasn't the best year, though.
And Jonathan Pryce should have won Best Actor. I don't care what anybody said.
Anybody else should have won.
No, but Jonathan Pryce deserved that.
That's the one category where
Adam Driver could have won it, and I would have been okay.
I didn't care. They were all good.
Yeah, but the two of them are the top of the heaps.
Yeah, I would agree. Adam Driver, Jonathan Pryce were the top two.
So, yeah.
But Joaquin Phoenix was really, really good.
He didn't deserve it. Didn't deserve it.
No, he didn't.
No. What else you got to add to that rage? You want to put more fire on that gasoline?
Nah, you pretty much covered everything that I was going to talk about. I put my little 2 cents in here and there. I think we're good.
Sprinkled.
Let's see if we can get out of here in an hour or so.
It's not going to happen.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Well, we've got 2 nominations from one of our buddies, Kim, for we don't have another Undoubted yet, but we do have 2 brought forward for the Mesmerized list, so we need to get a vote on. So the first one is Steve Buscemi, and I fully support it. I think when Steve Buscemi, and maybe it's just because of his crazy eyes, you can't take your eyes off him.
He's got something.
He's got animal magnetism.
Yes.
And Murr reminded us of that last week when he talked about Con Air.
Con Air.
You don't get a pedophile. I mean, he walks around looking like
he
a
was
pedophile.
A lovable pedophile. That was
oh, Murray.
He was.
Dude, I love that. I'm going to use that.
Because he didn't do anything to the girl at the end of the movie. He let her go anyway.
Oh,
no, she waved
my goodness.
But he was compared to everybody else in that plane, he was the nice guy.
Hey, Machete was on that plane.
Machete was on that.
Machete was not nice.
Machete was awesome.
So I'm giving it a yes.
Yeah, I can't.
Sure.
He's mesmerizing.
Yeah, he is. And the other one is Helena Bonham Carter.
That is an interesting one.
Yeah.
That is a very interesting one.
You can love her, hate her, some of the roles she does. I just go back to things like Fight Club. She was pretty mesmerizing in that.
Yep.
She all in her with her hubby there, Tim Burton.
Oh, right.
Everything she does with him, she's pretty mesmerizing.
Well, Tim Burton has a way
of bringing out the mesmerizing.
Bringing out the mesmerizing.
Bringing out the mez.
His characters are kind of mesmerizing.
I'm throwing in a yes for Helena Bonham as well. Should I get off the pot, buddy? Murray, what about you? Are you pro mesmerized or not?
I'm neutral. I'd be more inclined to lean yes.
Okay.
I am going to... I hate to do this to you. I'm going to have to look into this.
All right.
I'm not saying yes yet.
So we've got one confirmed and we've got one that we're going to have to wait till next week. But
stay tuned.
The things that people have been waiting for since last week. I know people who haven't slept wanting to know whether or not that we can remove Sammy from our Undoubted list.
So I tried to watch Best of Enemies again, as per Jim's request, to see if we could somehow salvage Sam Rockwell's good name and keep him on the old Undoubted list. I got 25 minutes in and I had to shut it off because I was raging already. I'm sorry. It was a bad pick. He's not Undoubted. It pains me. You can't imagine how much pain I'm feeling because I love the man. He's so good in everything, and I'm still going to see everything he's in.
He is still in my Undoubted list.
But he made this one awful choice, and you gotta live with your choices, my friend.
I totally disagree with everything you're saying.
And
but we know the rules. The rules are the rules. If he makes you rage,
Sammy Rockwell,
he's gotta go.
You're gone. I'm sorry, buddy.
You are off the list, buddy. So that only leaves. I think we only got a couple on there now. So
that's
again,
not a bad thing.
I put that out to the listeners. Please challenge us with some options for the Undoubted.
Undoubted.
And on the Mesmerized. Keep bringing them forward.
Awesome.
And then Murr, we got RMM.
Oh,
That is right. I'll make this quick because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
All right, we have Shia LaBeouf,
That's a Mondo.
Mondo.
Jim Carrey,
That is a rage.
That is a meh.
Lakeith Stanfield,
Mondo.
Meh.
Although I'm not going to go see his movie this weekend, probably.
there you go.
Okay, meh.
Naomi Harris,
I'm going to say
meh.
Mondo.
Ken Foree.
Ken Foree, that's a super Mondo for
Meh.
me. Dawn of the Dead, man.
Meh.
These next ones are all linked together. I'll tell you in a minute. Kaylee Cuoco, who has
Who?
done movies. She
Kaylee,
is
what
known
now?
from Big Bang Theory, but
Meh.
she has
Meh.
done movies. Lake Bell.
Meh.
Meh.
Actually, rage. I don't like Lake Bell.
Okay. Alan Tudyk.
I don't know him.
Alan Tudyk from Firefly and
Oh, yeah. Meh.
you know
Meh.
what I'm talking about. JB Smoove
Meh.
and Jason Alexander.
Meh.
Meh.
These have in common they are all in the animated series Harley Quinn, which I saw and is full of F-bombs. Not for the
Sweet.
kiddies, but you might enjoy it. Alrighty, and the last ones, we got Brad Pitt. We already know your opinion
That's a
on that.
Mondo.
That's a Mondo.
Well, good. Well, you like most of his stuff.
I didn't say. I never said. In fact, I am the one that actually defends Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He just shouldn't have won this particular award.
A lot of people win, shouldn't.
Anyways, go ahead.
Leonardo DiCaprio,
I'm going to say Mondo.
Mondo.
Christian Slater,
Mondo.
Mondo.
Jamie Presley,
Mondo.
Meh.
and Justine Bateman.
I think we've rated her before. She's a meh.
I think we have. but-
Have we really?
Yeah, we have.
Well, if
How
you
the
look
heck
at,
has she come up before?
I don't know. I think I mentioned her and her brother at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah,
but if you had consulted the list, you would have seen that.
you
but
covered the Bateman family.
Anyway.
All right.
All right,
All
that's
right.
all I got there.
Well,
So-
okay, well, thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to the Extended Rage family, Stephanie DeRoy for social media, Paul Gowan for his technical knowledge, Leonard Conlon for his artistic vision and photography via Leonard Conlon Photography. Special thanks this week to Calgary International Film Fest. We are so blessed, and thank you for inviting us to your global perspective.
Thank you so much.
Listen to us on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Spotify. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Please note we will be starting a YouTube channel soon, so stay tuned. We are always wanting your feedback to make this a raging blast for all listeners. So please comment often, and please make us rage. Please, please. This is it for this week. Rage on. Thanks, everyone.
John.
Rage on.